Warning: this creepypasta is made up and not real. It also contains content that may not be suitable for younger audiences. If you get scared easily, do not watch this creepypasta. Viewer discretion is advised. My Little Pony is a popular toy line for girls, but there was one incident that will stay with me forever. I wish I have never done that to two figures. It was August 24th, 2013, and I was in Toy World in Gladstone with my parents. I looked at some My Little Pony toys weeks after I started liking My Little Pony. I found a Rainbow Dash since she was my favorite character that time. When I got home, I realized my parents got me a My Little Pony blind bag, which is a Wave 7 Crystal Empire Wave, and I went to open it. But I got Rarity instead of Rainbow Dash. I was ticked off that I had a hissy fit saying, "I want Rainbow Dash." The same day, I wanted to act like I never got the Rarity figure, so I buried it in one of the plant pots so it can decompose. However, I realized my mistake, so I found it and decided to keep it. Sometime in 2014, when my mum went to feed the cats, I decided to throw the Rarity figure away. I got my iPod, grabbed the Rarity toy, and filmed myself putting the figure in the bin. I felt proud of myself, but later realized I was being selfish, so Mum had to get it out for me. A couple of days or weeks later, I heard my sister and dad saying that the Rarity figure is back in the house. I threw another hissy fit and cried, or fake cried. On the day after, I went to throw it out again, but later got it out because of my stupid selfishness. September 26, 2014. I have finished watching the Box Trolls at the cinemas, and I found another My Little Pony blind bag at Coles, this time made by Tomy, which is a buildable variant, and I expected to get a Rainbow Dash this time. When I opened it in the car, it was, unfortunately, a Rarity. I threw another hissy fit saying I wanted Rainbow Dash, and on the day after, I thought of throwing it away in the bin, and Mum told me it is my choice, and I did. Now, I am a teenager, and it has been 6 years since I threw that Tomy Rarity figure away, and I'm starting to regret my selfishness over those two Rarity figures. That morning, when I was eating breakfast, I noticed the Rarity figure on the kitchen shelf. It was laying down flat. I looked at it with guilt. I took my eyes off it. When I went to look at it again, she was standing tall, staring at me. I gave out a startled yell. Mum got out of the bathroom and asked me what was wrong. I told her I had a hallucination of a demonic magpie. On the way to school on the bus, I saw a girl wearing a Rarity shirt, and she was even holding a Rarity toy. It made me tremble and shiver. I finally got to school. When I was doing English, I started to have more guilt that I try not to cry. My English teacher noticed I was looking pale, so she asked me why I look that way. I didn't feel comfortable telling her about the Rarity incidents, so I lied to her saying I have a bit of a fever, and I didn't expect my teacher to give the office a ring home, so my mum picked me up and took me home. Mum told me she will be going to a friend's house, leaving me home alone. I went on my phone to listen and watch something to get my mind off the incidents. When I took my eyes off my phone, I saw the Rarity figure from Wave 7 of the regular blind bag series standing on my bed. I gasped and I hyperventilated. The Rarity figure said, "I wanted love from a male fan, not hate." I told her, "Listen, I'm sorry. I should have never done that." "Do you remember what you did to her?" Who? Another Rarity figure popped up on my bed. It was the Tomy buildable variant. She was scorched, was missing her hair pieces, and had a missing leg. I had a tear running down my face. "I will make you pay for what you did to me back in September of 2014, the Tomy Rarity figure said. To be honest, when you were away at school, I snuck to the Gladstone City dump and found your toy victim," the Wave 7 rarity figure revealed. "I was scared that I tried to run for my life, but the two rarity figures leaped onto me and pinned me down. Tony Rarity dragged me outside to the bin for payback. I struggled, then I broke free. I tried to run and hide from them. I hid in the bushes. I didn't know what to do to stop them from killing me, so I went back to the house and grabbed out a knife. Then I found a big rock. As the two rarity figures looked for me, I took off my school uniform and fled the bush as I was hiding in. They saw my uniform, and I snuck up behind them and dropped the rock on them. As I pulled up the rock, they were stunned, and I cut them all apart. They were no longer moving. They have died. I was lucky that they won't try to kill me anymore, but I started to sob quietly at what I have done. Instead of putting them in the bin, I buried them, so no one will notice. Mum called me saying she is on her way back. As she got home, she noticed I was looking pale also, as my eyes were puffy from my quiet sobbing while she was away. I lied to her saying I got exhausted from exercise. I can't believe a toy just came to life. If you ever open a blind bag and get a figure that you weren't expecting to get and didn't want, don't throw it in the bin.